Hello and welcome everybody to part 32 of the Napoleon Total War Dutch Darthmod Let's Play. I should say I have updated now to the latest version of Darthmod 2.6+++. If you go through to the link in the description, it will take you to my how to install Darthmod, and the links to Darthmod in the description that will take you to the latest version, so it always gets updated, which is good. So, you can see we're ending turn now. I have moved some troops around a little bit, and I'll talk about what I did briefly, but I'm hoping that I might get a chance to actually do some kind of a campaign movement part this video, because I have done rather a lot of battles lately, which I don't mind at all, but there are various things going on the campaign map that I'd like to progress and do. So the French are actually moving into southern Spain here. Not southern Spain, northern Spain. And obviously their forces from Barcelona have come here. Oh, right, to have an opportunity to intercept. Now this is obviously a brilliant army, mainly full of Jaegers and Dragoons. So obviously a brilliant composition there from the AI. They're going to besiege me, and I really didn't want to fight yet another battle. I wanted to show you guys a sort of a campaign gameplay, but I'll fight this battle and maybe I can get it finished so I can still show you some campaign gameplay. But they'll probably just attack me with the secondary rebel army that they've got. But at least they're attacking me, so it means I can defend and try and push them back. But if not, then I will work on a campaign part for next week. And give you a heads up, there's an interesting video coming up tomorrow. I was about to say vlog, well it is a vlog, but it's something that's actually going to be happening regularly on my channel, and there's lots of interesting things happening in it, with it, and it has a few announcements to make. So yeah, definitely tune in tomorrow for some Naga Ogre campaign and that, hopefully. If I don't get a chance to do the Naga Ogre campaign tomorrow, then it will be done Monday. Right, so I don't want that many troops. That should be enough. That's my first group. You know the drill of what I'm doing. So as you can see, I'm not that too far deployed. I'm going to deploy around this rock. Oh god, I've got to push up really quickly because the deployment zone is tiny. There's hardly any gap between the two of us. That's interesting. Oh, there's Berlin behind me. Very nice indeed. So actually, you know, I'm going to hold here. I can probably put some troops up on that ridge, which would be fun. My cannons are going to go here, straight away, unlimbered, and we'll just better move these troops. We'll put them over here, and I'll resort out the line very shortly. So now the rest of them, group 2, go the other side of this rock, and I'll be pushing around instantly to flank the enemy, watching out for the cavalry. With my own cavalry, I'm going to be deploying. I'm going to keep them. Because they're dragoons, I could probably bring them down, so I'm going to focus them on the left flank, and then I just need to group these guys. And we're all good. I can't deploy defences. I can deploy these defences here to protect against cavalry charges. And where's my general? General's here. We'll put him back here. Okay, so good to go. I'm just going to deploy these guys, or rather redeploy them. In fact, this unit I want... No, I would just use one of these. To be brought here, and the rest of the units we're going to push up like so. But rapidly then bring them round to flank the enemy with. Get these guys on a rapid fire volley, as well as inspired by my general. Hopefully bring the enemy down and their cannons very shortly too. So they're attacking my line infantry over here. I'm going to push up with these units like so. And with these then we'll link up, funnel the enemy towards my cannons in the centre. Going to check the range of canister. Not close enough just yet. watching all the cavalry for charges just like this. Whoa, don't know how they managed to break me instantly like that. That's a cool trick though. I'd very much like to know how they did that. These two I'm going to redeploy right here. Got to take out the Jaegers. That's the main thing to do. I'm going to get 2 squares here. And my Grenadiers, 3rd square. Bringing a lot of them down as we go. I'm going to push up towards this unit of Dragoons. Up over on the left now, making some progress. We've pushed back those Dragoons. And we can now fire volley against the enemy here. And I can switch to my favourite mode of all, canister. We can hold back the Jaegers and the cavalry. We're all good here. Just for the peace of mind of these Jaegers, these Grenadiers, I'm going to bring them up like so and then probably form square. Tearing apart these Dragoons here. I'll form them into square once they're fully in position. Form square there. In the centre should be, yep, we're decimating the Jaegers. And I'm now going to push up. I'm not going to let them gain any ground at all. I want this to be a pretty straightforward crush. And we're now in firing range of the Dragoons here, and we're just bringing them all down. We've destroyed a lot of them over here. They'll keep on probably falling back and then reforming. I don't know why. Oh, that's that regiment that broke. We'll bring that way up here. And then I'm going to bring my cavalry into play now. Bring them up to here. Smash into the flanks of the enemy. I'm going to form square with this unit while we chase after these Dragoons. And I'm just going to keep these guys in square because it's the best deterrent against the cavalry, which will just rally and then come back. And as you can see, these troops are all now rallying back. So we're going to push up and bring them down. I'm going to pop these guys up like so. Kind of just want to still create this funneling movement. I'm going to push up with these guys now though, because no real need to keep them sat back at the end doing nothing. This cavalry unit absolutely broken, and I'm going to push up with these guys here to claim the forest and form another square. Cavalry continually trying to break my squares and failing and being brought down. And these guys are able to move up covered by this square, drawing the enemy in and eliminating them. So we're just going to get them in range of taking out this unit of Dragoons here. And then we'll form them into square. We're going to form them into square now. They should be able to catch this unit here as well. And these Dragoons as they run past.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
I'm going to ignore the threats on my general just for now, because I don't think there's too much of a credible threat there. No, we're all good. He's not even lost anyone. Continue to rally my troops here. And I'm going to try and get these guys to climb up on the cliff to fire down on the enemy. And I'm now going to finish the Jaegers off over here by charging in with my cavalry. Three units here, 3 units of cavalry. I think you can see where this is going to go. Swooping in, and they should utterly eradicate the enemy. Meanwhile now I'm just going to move up with my whole line here. And let my cavalry run into the enemy cannon and break them here. These squares are now redundant on the flanks, as the enemy has definitely well and truly routed These two squares, I'm just going to redeploy the lines here, funnel the enemy towards the remaining squares, but it's actually Jaegers now, so I can take them all out back into line. My cannons can still fire, their range should just get the shot over the enemy, and I'm about to thrash them. Thankfully this was a poor composition of enemy units. If this had been Prussian infantry, then I would most likely have been screwed. But thankfully the AI isn't as selective in its choices as perhaps it could be. And while it doesn't choose anything near resembling what I would choose for an army. Especially playing as Prussia, where their musketeers, their musket men are very effective. Utterly annihilating all the troops in here. It's just a kill zone of the enemy troops. And we're just going for the final bit of killing on the enemy cavalry, which a round shot has just smashed through their ranks. Tell them to stop firing. And that's game over for the Prussians. I'm going to end the battle there. I won't bother chasing them down. I'm happy to sit in Berlin and just face a few waves of this until they calm down. Hopefully we won't have to face the other army just yet, but as you can see, I only lost 635 of my men, whereas the enemy lost all bar 500. I'm happy with that. They are going to move up with the other unit here, and I'm gonna withdraw because I don't want to be pulled out of Berlin. So those two rebel Prussian units will probably link up, and again I can just smash them at Berlin. My troops still replenishing and still doing well. And now Berlin, after that, after being rather angry and obviously spawning these revolutionary units, rebellious units I should say, are now fine. I can actually unexempt them from taxes as well. And I have had a lot of you saying, why don't I check my... why don't I check which regions I've got disabled and enabled for taxes? And in fact, I actually I'm not trying to be pompous, but I know quite a few of the regions that I do have enabled and disabled, and it's only now that I can actually just about afford to go doing it. If I tried doing this last turn, I still would have had negative, and I don't want to cause any more rebellions. Down here, we're all good to do that now. Previously that would have gone down to negatives, and as you guys know, I didn't want that to happen. So I can now pretty much unlock all of these. Can get away with this as well, which I'm quite surprised at. But now it's obviously a case of this army in particular. I obviously want to bring this up, so I need to keep on building militia here long enough to then be able to move that army out. After this turn, I reckon I should be able to move this army forward. I don't know if I've got enough now. I don't have any more commanders available. Generals enlisted 10 of 15, distance from capital. Time until new commander, 1 more turn, so that's good. I can give them a new commander in the south. The French army has not sallied out from here. There was a French army I knew was lurking around, and here it is. So I was going to move east with this army and take Croatia and then move on Vienna, or rather take Vienna and then consolidate afterwards. But with the threat of this army, I'm going to pull back to Venice. And now I'm obviously going to chuck the militia into the port and put my line infantry here. Strong army of cavalry, cannons, chasseurs, French marines. I should be able to hold and beat them here. I've got enough line infantry to outgun them. If I can do that, I'm going to need to push out on this army. What's this here? Oh, militia. Okay. So just out there they get attrition, but if bring them around they're fine. Okay. Upgrade this iron mine, that'll be good. Leave the militia there, and we'll recruit some more because I do want to move out of here, and we'll upgrade the roads so I can travel further and faster. I'm getting ready with my armies here to actually push for an assault on Brussels with my army from Amsterdam and Utrecht, but I'm not doing that until I have Cleves marked, because that stops the French pivoting round and coming in here. Obviously they can hop across here, but they still, the bridge at Cleves Mark is the one they have to get. So once I take that, then I can deploy my my full stack army from here and my sort of secondary force from here. Although, excuse me, just sneezed. Though I can recruit a few more Jaegers. And then what does this army actually need to make it full stack? 4. Oh, it's got a unit of militia in here as well, so... Oh, it could do with more cavalry as well. Well, we'll put 3 more Jaegers in there for now, and then I'll sort them out. I need to repair that farm next time. I'm getting enough income, especially now I've unlocked more provinces. These forces here, I really could just sally out and bring them down. In fact, that's what I'm going to try and do here. Oh, the auto-resolve is going to be a pain to do on this. I will save it. And risk an auto-resolve, if not I'll fight it myself. Oh my god, how can that happen? Right, I'll reload and fight this myself. That's exactly why I have those... do that save now, because surely... Let's just have a look at these numbers. Surely I would win this. Surely I could easily beat this army. I know they've got heavy cavalry reserve, but there's no way that 4,000 men could be defeated by these guys here. I'm actually going to retreat back to Hanover for now, because I don't want to fight that battle just yet. I prefer to do more campaign map organisation, and that army may well come out and attack me anyway shortly. So I'll take my chances, just leaving it there. What I do want to do is another thing I did during the intern phase before I started this recording was obviously bring all my militia, consolidate it into Sweden, so that I could unexempt them from taxes, and bring this probably one of my best armies in terms of what units it's got. It's got these 2, basically what can be considered my only 2 elite units in the campaign. So I'm going to attack the French port here, and I am going to disembark my entire army into the port. And now my army next turn will be able to move for Stettin, take that out. Hopefully that won't require an epic fail from the auto-resolve. Once I've taken that, I've kind of captured this area. I can then move east. If I can take East Prussia, that's kind of the linchpin. That is the turning point, the final pin, sort of to pivot on, and then I can descend upon the French like so. For now, over here, I'm happy with just replenishing my forces, and then perhaps making another go for Bordeaux. The Spanish are being kept busy down here. I'm tempted to take Corsica, but there's a large force there, so I'm happy to leave them on their own for now. Once I can bring this army up as well, I can probably use that to assault Milan. And that's all I want to do for now. I'm just going to check my... This needs rebuilding. Okay, repairing rather. Next turn I'll do that, as provided the French don't attack me from the various places where I am being attacked from. Right, that army is coming to reinforce Cleves Mark. I do need to fight that battle next, within my next turn. That'll probably be in the next part. French Empire moving forces up here, trying to flank round. There's now 2 forces there. It's kind of glad I didn't sally out. I'd rather consolidate that. They've got to come and capture the territory I hold. I don't know what that army's doing, but it's left Milan wide open. They've besieged me at Venice, no surprise there. I will let them come to me, because that means the AI most likely will make the mistakes. I can capitalise on that and push them back once they assault me, because it's not going to be one of those cities that only takes 1 turn before it will surrender. I'm pretty sure. I will check, but pretty sure I don't need to worry about that anytime soon. So there's a French force coming down here. Spanish are regrouping and sending more troops to the front, which is good. And the Prussians are moving over now. I'm surprised they haven't merged together. City besieged. It'll take 4 turns to surrender. I assume they will probably attack me next turn. But let's have a look. Trait gained. My gentleman up here. Smashing. I've got a new general available, which I'm going to... Well, those Jaegers can go in there. Which I'm going to give to these guys down here. Uncle to his men. Why can't I hire you? Oh, because there's no room for you. That's why. There we go. New general. All the militia there. I'm going to try taking this army out. Putting this army in. We're all good here. So, what does this army lack? It lacks all forms of cannon. And there's nowhere I can recruit cannon down here, so I'd have to take them up to Venice. Not even Venice can recruit cannon. Can... No, they can't. So I'm going to have to go without cannon for now unless I can draw it in from one of these settlements. No, right. I really need to get a cannon foundries from one of these places. Great arsenal, yeah. Ordnance board, grand battery. Okay, well, I will turn this one into an arsenal, just so I can bring up some... Wow, that's taken a lot. Just so that I can bring up some cannons eventually, but for now this army is good to bring up. In fact, I could bring it up to reinforce me here against this army, but I think they'll be able to hold out alright. I'd rather bring this force towards Milan. It might even draw this force away. Take a look at the rest of these guys. Path blocked by one solitary unit. I'm gonna charge out. I'm pretty sure I can get away with auto-resolving this. Thank you. And I can demand a surrender here. And I can peacefully occupy as well. There we go. No option to liberate. That's fine with me. And if I instantly take the whole army out, what does that do to it? They stay happy. That's good. Good solid general here. Okay, cancel through all the messages. This cavalry unit can pull in here, and now with this army, I'm free to push down towards Dresden. And if I can control that, I'm now cutting a path to try and meet up with forces that I'll bring up from Italy eventually. It's another big city, another strong city. Should again cut into the French. These forces here, not too worried about. If they could try and go for Hanover, I'll be able to hold them. If they try and go for Berlin, I'll hold them. Sorry, I was yawning there. No point preparing that. Hopefully these Prussian rebels might attack them if I'm lucky. I do need to attack here before this army comes up because they've got a young guard. So I do need to attack here shortly. Let's sort out these armies. So what are they missing? One unit of cavalry basically. But you know, I'm prepared. Oh, besides the militia. I'm going to bring these guys to the bridgehead here. And I did have that spy around here somewhere. Kind of like to work out where he's gone. Where's my list? Unless he's died, my agent. Southern Netherlands. Oh, he's here. Okay, I want to bring him in to try and infiltrate Brussels so I can see what I'm going to be up against. I'll bring that other army up from Amsterdam. Once I've gained victory at Cleves, because as long as I'm holding Cleves, the enemy can't. The French can't come up and take Amsterdam from me. Slowly but surely, this map is becoming orange. My force here in Brandenburg doing well. I'm actually going to recruit some line infantry here, just because I would prefer Berlin be kept well garrisoned rather than just militia. So this army is pretty much ready to go, and I'm going to take all the units that are ready. Pretty much, but I'll exclude the cavalry and the cannon for now in that assessment, but I'll take all the other regiments that are complete into an army, and I can now push back to the border here, ready for next turn. I'll push it with my cavalry, whatever they've got one more turn, and I'll attack Bordeaux, or at least scout it out. Pamplona, my stronghold in Spain, doing well, and now my forces moving here. But it's time to decide the fate of Cleves. They've got 2 more turns until surrender, but the enemy's going to be at my doorstep any moment. However, this is going to be for next time. This will be another part of the Dutch campaign. I'll try and get uploaded for Tuesday. So, as always, I hope you've enjoyed. Please do remember to comment, rate, subscribe, thumb up this video if you enjoyed it. Check out my 1 hour special that I recently did, part 11 of my Elves of Lorien Let's Play, the Battle for Moria, where I defeat the Balrog, or Balrogs rather. And yes, please do tune in to my channel tomorrow afternoon for an exciting vlog. Ciao for now.